5 minutes to destroy procrastination. Sounds like another empty promise. Unless you understand the shocking psychological truth, procrastination isn't about time management or laziness, but actually a product of irrational emotion. I'll show you how to finally regulate your emotions so you can end procrastination forever. See, many of us think procrastination is a simple problem of not managing our time well. We blame ourselves for being lazy or lacking willpower. But the truth is, procrastination is often a way we deal with uncomfortable feelings. It's a way of avoiding something that makes us feel anxious, guilty, or even bored. Think of it like this. David, a project manager, keeps putting off working on a challenging project. It's not because he doesn't know how to do it. It's because he's afraid he won't be able to overcome the challenge and his boss will not be happy, so he finds it better to avoid it. Or maybe Anya, a pre-med student, feels overwhelmed by her coursework. The thought of studying for hours fills her with dread, so she procrastinates by watching TV, scrolling on social media because it gives her less anxiety. She knows that if she has a low score, she will feel like she is falling behind on her dreams. That's an example of emotional dysregulation. So if procrastination is driven by emotions, how do we beat it? The key is to learn how to regulate those negative emotions. You have to cut off your emotions about a task before they take hold. You're an adult and you have the capacity to do this. First, you need to acknowledge it and accept what is. One useful trick is learning emotional time travel. Think and really consider the outcome when you are done with the project or the task and how it will make you feel. Not just you, but other people. Take Anya, it would make her feel that she is truly on the right path. That if she studies and keeps on doing great, she will be able to help many people. When you think like this, it will allow you to be free from any negative self-criticism. One of the most effective techniques is to reframe how you think about your tasks. Instead of seeing something as difficult or overwhelming, start telling yourself it's easy to do and no big deal. Downplay the difficulty and convince yourself it will be a breeze. Don't allow the emotion of resistance to enter the picture. Once you know your goal, you have to consider these strategies. The Pomodoro technique uses focused 25-minute intervals followed by 5-minute breaks. This helps prevent burnout and allows you to stay focused. The 2-minute rule, where you address any task that takes less than 2 minutes immediately, helps prevent tedious tasks from piling up and causing you to feel overwhelmed. The 5-second rule involves counting down from 5 and starting immediately, which is good for overcoming initial resistance to tasks. To destroy procrastination, you must also give importance to having clear and specific goals and setting realistic deadlines. Instead of vague goals, having specific goals can increase focus. All of these points can help in feeling more rewarded and more motivated. But if we feel all this pressure can cause high levels of stress and may not be effective for some individuals. One strategy that is extremely effective is to try the 5-minute rule. It's simple: commit to working on a task for just 5 minutes. It helps overcome the initial hurdle, that first step that feels so difficult. So how do you use it? First, identify the task you've been putting off. Set a timer for 5 minutes and focus solely on that task. After the timer goes off, decide if you want to continue. You might be surprised to find that you've gained momentum and want to keep going. But what if you're still struggling? Here are some additional tips. First, eliminate distractions. Turn off notifications, find a quiet workspace, or use apps that block distracting websites. Reward yourself. Give yourself small treats or breaks after completing tasks. For example, Alex decides that every time that he completes a painting, which is a difficult task, he is going to reward himself by going out to his favorite place for dinner. Seek support by sharing your goals with a friend or mentor who can hold you accountable. Also, practice self-compassion by being kind to yourself. Understand that procrastination is a common challenge and focus on progress rather than perfection. The perfection is not the end goal but the progress. Procrastination, as we've discussed, often stems from deeper issues. Often from fear. The fear of failure, or not having the ability to achieve what is desired, or even worse, the fear of being judged by other people or friends or family. You may also lack resources or the relevant and accurate information. Or you may have low self-esteem due to constant negative self-criticism. This can make you feel a lack of motivation and a burnout to tackle the tasks needed for you to be successful, and can make you seek instant gratification from digital entertainment or food. Other times, an underlying condition, such as depression or even ADHD, can make it very difficult to achieve progress. With a problematic environment filled with distraction, it can all become too much very quickly. You can try to take action and build power hours of effort and work, but sometimes may find it too difficult. Therefore, start by identifying your triggers and negative thought patterns. And with that, you can begin to build specific goals to counter and tackle any of these that are also realistic. These tricks help to prevent you from being as likely to seek short-term mood and instead focus on what is important. By implementing techniques that increase motivation and a reduction of negative aspects, you can begin to overcome procrastination. It may seem challenging, but that's the very point. Now let's look ahead. While this video provides a solid foundation for overcoming procrastination, several questions remain. How effective are these techniques in the long term? How do individual differences, personality, learning styles, etc., affect the success of these strategies? And what about the role of external factors such as work environment and social support? I hope that future research may answer these questions. If you found this video helpful, give it a like, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel for more psychology insights. Keep watching to understand yourself and how other people work. Remember, conquering procrastination is a journey, not a destination. Every step you take is a step in the right direction.